talk to you about Steve Friday's campaign for Congress. I understand it's an unusual position to be in. We've got a candidate from last time who's in the community, and I wanted to be very clear that I didn't want to say anything bad about Gretchen, who's running for Congress. I think she's a fine woman. I think she would be a fine candidate for Congress. But I like choices. Nobody likes going to, say, the grocery store and having only one option. We've become accustomed, I think, to having these races have few people willing to stand up and address people and say, this is what we stand for, this is what our beliefs are. And so Steve couldn't be here today, and I said that I'd go ahead and speak to you a little bit about his campaign. And at the heart of his campaign is something that he's calling Human First. And what the idea is that our essential humanity is what's important, and not necessarily our political party affiliation, or even within a political party, some faction that we may be part of. And I could go into great detail about what he stands for and what his beliefs are, but you could go to Steve Friday for Congress, check that out yourself. What I would say is, if you wanted to understand at its essential element what it is Steve's not ever going to put himself in the position of selling somebody down the river. That if it comes down to someone's essential humanity, what it is that makes them a person, that's not something that can be bargained away. That's not something that will be compromisable. And so as an example, in the LGBTQ plus rights sphere, he would not be compromising if there was an opportunity, say, to get some economic benefit by selling those folks down the river. And the same thing goes for people who are minorities, ethnic or gender, anything along those lines. The essential humanity of the person is what's important. And that's what he's trying to do, is to connect to those people maybe who haven't voted for a long time, who have been disengaged from politics, and are looking for someone who would represent their values. The important thing, of course, is that we beat Tim Walberg. Everybody knows that. And what's been, I think, at least when I've talked to people about this campaign, what's been very important to me is to say to folks, this is about a choice. This isn't about saying that someone is unfit, or that there's something wrong with a particular policy or a particular person. It's just simply trying to articulate a vision that resonates with people, and that we're not afraid to articulate that vision. Whether it's, as I've said before, with LGBTQ+, or whether we're even talking about gun rights and what we would do in the way of gun control. And that we would be bold, and that we would stand forward and we would say, we really believe in these things, and we're not going to prevaricate, we're not going to dissemble, we're not going to lie. We are going to boldly stand up and say, these are our truths. This is what we believe in. And that's why I'm supporting Steve, because when he says that he's going to do something, I believe him. And the boldness of his principles is what resonates with me. And I think that will resonate with people in the 7th Congressional District. Thank you very much for your time.